They say that audio is 90% of video. And sometimes you're traveling, you're on the road, and you're trying to record a podcast and you want that good sound. Maybe you're doing some voiceover work, recording a course, recording that audiobook you just wrote, but you need that good quality sound. But you can't stop traveling to get it done. I was recently on a trip to Podcast Moving Evolutions in Chicago, and I met this really cool entrepreneur named Mark, and he showed me an elegant solution that I think that is so dope. I had to show it to you guys. Now, I love it, me personally, because I've done the same myself. I love it when the entrepreneur solves a problem for themselves and it turns out it's something dope that they can share with everybody else. So let me introduce you to the SonicShell. Now, I'm showing it to you fully assembled, but I'll take it apart so you can see how small it gets. But let me demonstrate how dope this is using this DJI mic. Now, this doesn't weigh anything. I don't have my scale with me right now because I stopped doing that business. No, I don't have my scale right now because I'm packing. I'm ready to go on a trip. But I'll look on the site. I'll try to find the weight and I'll let you know. But this, I can tell you, just holding it in my hand, it doesn't weigh much more than the Osmo Pocket. If not, the Osmo Pocket is heavier. But all I'm going to do is take this same mic that I'm talking on now, and I'm going to move it into the SonicShell, and I'll just say a couple rhymes so you can hear how good this can be. Now, what you're listening to is the DJI mic inside of the SonicShell. And yes, right now I look goofy, but I could totally put this down and have it out of my shot, and you'll hear how much better it sounds just because this PET, there's a word for it, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. This PET foam does a good job of isolating all the external sound and reflections. So I'm going to place this on the table, and then I will continue to record my video the same way I've been recording it all along. But right now the sound is way better than I was holding this in my hand. So I'm going to go back to holding this in my hand. And now it's out here where the nearest wall to that direction is roughly about 4 feet away. This one is about 4 feet away. In front of me is about 3. And behind me is about 6. So in this room, about 8x9, you get a lot of room reflections. My neighbors are playing something on the TV back there, which is kind of loud because, well, he's deaf. And in the other room, on the other studio behind me, they're a comedy troupe and they're practicing. There's also a music recording studio down the hall. So a lot of times there's just crazy bass sounds that are echoing around. Even though you can't really hear what they're doing, you can hear the bass because bass travels. But something as cool as this, I could just place it in the box, and without doing anything other than placing it in the box, even on this little DJI mic, this will sound better. Now, if I'm using my SM7B or SM58, a Yeti, if you have one of those things, it definitely can make one of those sound better. If you are using a small on-camera mic, like a Rode, if I'm using something like the Rode NTG, I could just pop it in there and your mic will sound much nicer. So this, again, is really handy for someone who's recording an audio podcast. And although the way I have it set up right now, it's just out of frame. I mean, it's right here. So it's roughly looking at the way I have this camera set up. But of course, if I sat up straight and mounted this on a little stand or something just off camera, I would get that much, much better sound. And it sounds amazing. This is cool because oftentimes I'm on the road and it's not about just recording a video because I'm pretty happy with the video sound that I get out of the DJI mic, but oftentimes I'm doing voiceovers for commercials for work, or, one of my friends would be like, can you send me a drop like the one I recently created for ENN? And I want to be able to do some cool voiceover work. So let me take it apart and show you how small this can get. So unfortunately, the sound's going to go back to sounding like it did when I didn't have it in this box. Now, this is with the DJI mic at the front of the box, and let me move it further back in and pretend as I'm doing just a voiceover so we're not worried about the image you see right now. And I bet you right now it sounds even better because I got it further away from the opening so I could get in down here and say, my mic sounds nice, check 1. You are listening to the sounds of KIKI FM, Honolulu, Hawaii, 93.9 on your FM dial. Now, some slow jams with your man, Doc Rock. See, that voiceover sounds is dope in here. Anyway, let me take it apart real quick so that you can hear what this sounds like. I mean, what it looks like. This thing is phenomenal, fam, absolutely phenomenal. So all I got to do is take the little triangular pieces here, And there again, this nice PET foam, and they just come right out. There's one here in the back. I'm gonna just pull this out real quick. And then you have the three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagons. So I just got to pull those out. I don't know why I had to count that. And you'll see this is good, high quality 3D printed. It's not the cheap kind of plastic. And you just pull these out. And I'll show you how small it packs down, because once I take these apart, it basically comes down to nothing. Okay, so this is the basis of your SonicShell. And then here are the little pieces for the top. And with a little origami style packing, you could get this thing down to basically nothing. Okay, so that's all. This is not much more than a decent pair of jeans or a thick shirt, fit completely in a suitcase. And then you could take all the wee pieces of accoutrement, which are basically these. And the way Mark sent it to me was put the Y's together like that and just rubber band them together. Have no idea what I did with those rubber bands in a matter of seconds. I found them. Okay, I'll show you how he sent it to me, because it's literally that simple. So you just take your rubber band, give it one of these, bingo, and then take the other rubber band and give it one of these. I'd probably throw these in like a little Ziploc or something, but this is good quality. And there's your whole stand. Now, he did also send me the mic attachment, which, again, you can just push it right on the front. I'll show you using this triangle piece because it's the same thickness as the purple ones. But you would just stick it to the front of the box like that, and then you'd be able to slide the mic back and forth. This little piece right here is $10, and the shell itself is $75. Of course, I'll put links in the description so you can check it out. But Mark, you're a genius. That is nothing to carry around to your telly, and you can get some really good quality sound while you're traveling around in the hotel. And one of my favorite things to carry for doing voiceovers on the road is like either my Zoom H4n or the little Tascam, and to stick that guy inside here and have a standalone recording situation where I can record a course or a podcast just about anywhere. And this thing is incredible. So like I said, $75. You can find it on the website at SonicShellAudio.com. That's SonicShellAudio.com. Big ups to my homie Mark for not only sending me one, but getting me a purple one to check out. So I can't wait to play with this and do some more voiceover work. So when you guys hear new crazy drops coming from me, you know what happened. You can just blame Mark. This is incredible. This is really incredible. Go support a small entrepreneur like myself. And I thank Mark for sending me this. This is just phenomenal. I can't rave about it enough. So I don't know who needed to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section below. Why do I keep looking at that little screen? You're supposed to look at the camera. Jesus. Anyway, I don't know who needs to hear this. Let me know in the comment section below. If you've ever done any recording and tried to figure out a way to get better sound, even with a basic mic, let me know that. And if not, if you have any cool things you want me to check out or questions about setting up your studio or studio on the road, let me know that down in the comment section below. And right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with them.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet.